Hello everyone, greetings of the day. So here we are with our project of social media engagement analysis. So as you can see, this is our website and here is the menu bar, and it is especially designed with all our efforts of giving our best, and it is designed through HTML, CSS, and there are some specific frameworks of CSS used like Font Awesome, Google Fonts, and Bootstrap. And moving further, as we click on this bar, Start with Us, we'll get on the second page. This is our second page designed through JS to connect with backend. And as this window loads, the fetch promise executed, which generate the key insights. Here are some key insights. Like for Reels slightly outperform other post types in likes and shares, while static posts lead in comments. However, all three post types see relatively similar engagement overall. So here are the further key insights, and this is the drop down, the important object of our system. Here we get three types like post types: Reels, static, and carousel. Let us select Reels and then select Go. So here are the counts, or we can say the analysis, like average likes, average comments, average shares, maximum likes, maximum comments, and maximum shares. Here we also get the correlation data and ratio data, and at last there is some highest engagement post. Among all the types, the highest engagement post got this stats. And again the key insights and the second object of our website, that is analysis with our chatbot, and our chatbot name is Raj. So here you can analyze any of your engagement data like static engagement data analysis, fetch promise is executed. Here you can see average likes, maximum likes, minimum likes, average shares, maximum shares, minimum shares, average comments, maximum comments, minimum comments, like to share ratio, likes to comment ratio, shares to comments ratio, correlations between like and share, like and comments, and share and comments. All your data at one place. We can close this. The same data we got here and the same data we got through our chatbot. So this is all about our front end and how our app works.
So yes guys, let me tell you about the backend that we have used for this project. So we have used the Python backend with Flask as the web server backend, and we have created a API. We have just linked a REST API to the Langflow data stacks, and by this we have created a backend new API that will talk to the Langflow and get data from it whenever required. So we have created this module.py that has this function named this run flow function. So what this function do? This function basically creates a request that goes to the API URL that we have provided, the Langflow URL here, and gets the response and return it to the server. And for the Flask backend, we have created this Flask that we have two endpoint here, that is process that takes data from the front end and send it to our module to fetch it from the Langflow and return the process data to server again. And we have this JSONF this endpoint is special. This endpoint creates the JSON formatted data from the normal generated GPT data. So what this do? This converts the GPT data that we get from the Langflow to the processed JSON data that will be shown to the website very easily. So we have these two important endpoints here, and we have also this endpoint HTML that converts the markdown data into HTML to render it fast on the web. So here it is, our backend, short and simple. Let's proceed.
So see, on the left there is a chat input where everything begins. What it does, it allows the user to input the request or queries. Once the input are collected, then it follows the two paths. The first one, it goes to the database search, and the database we use, that is the AstraDB, which uses an embedded model, that is the Google Generative AI. Once the data, once the input is collected from the chat input, it searches all through the stored data and gives the relevant research. When the result is forwarded to the face data, this component does then all the then the result forward to the face data. This component converts headless data into structure format so that AI can understand it better. Then it goes to the prompt section. Prompt help to understand AI how to process everything. Then it forward to the Google Generative AI. The path number two, that is, it forward to the it direct forward to the Google Generative AI, and the path number two, it direct forward to the Google Generative AI, which works on the model number Gemini 1.5 Pro. Its work is to understand the context from the message history and process it to the second Google Generative AI. And all the pieces coming from the path 1 and path 2, they all flow into the Google Generative AI, which create a final response and send it to chat output block, which made ready to read for user on a screen.
So here we have a workflow designed using a Langflow, and here you have used the three instances of GPT. First, that is the embedding section. The first instance that embeds the data. It fetches the data from the database, like it fetches the vector data from the AstraDB database. And the second instance is that it memorizes the history of chat history from the user. And the third and main instance is that uh, to generate the response from the prompt. So here we have a prompt. Let me open this. So this prompt is created. This prompt can guide the behavior of the language model. So here we have a two things, that context and chat history. Context is taken from the embedded data, and this chat history is taken from the chat history section, which I have shown you earlier. And we have basic three rules also, the chat rules, like do not ask user for raw data, etc. So this prompt will go into the main GPT component, and it will get converted into the response.
So yes, at last but not least, here it is. This is our database. This is hosted on Astra DataStax, and this is connected to Langflow via this API endpoint and application token. Here we have a collection name called it's loading, it's taking some time, called the new data. It has 1000 records of post types and like, share, comment, that are the basic stats. This is dummy data as required for the project. We have created dummy data and we have vectorized it and stored in our database, and this is the data that is fetched from the database to the Langflow, and all our workflow works on the basis of this data. Thank you. This is all our project. Thanks.